Hey there, Lurkers. What do you think about new foods for fairgoers? Jonah's hill to die on. Prime day don'ts. And threading the needle.
Well, let's pull on a few more threads. Sounds like fun. Let's lurk.
Hey, I noticed you weren't. Yeah, you. Not the audience, not the lurkers. You, Willie. I noticed you weren't threading a lot this weekend. Is that what's going on? Everybody's doing it these days, you know.
It's pronounced threads, Scott. You boomer.
Well, something I didn't need to thread is my win in last week's game.
This game is stupid.
I think I'm up 4-3 or 4-2, something like that. I'm pulling away here, Willie. But I'm going to give you a shot. I'm going to give you a shot to get back in this week because it's a can't-lose subject.
I get it. I understand why people wouldn't want to pick the accoutrement that I would bring to a barbecue. And that's primarily because none of you MFers are woke enough to want to accept Bud Light. I ruled myself out with that. I could have said babes in bikinis, and y'all would have been like, Willie wins. But no.
That's true. We didn't think about bringing actual people. Like, we could have brought celebrities to the barbecue. A master chef, if you will. Like, oh, yeah, we missed the boat on that. But let's talk about people this week. For this week's subjective, the subject is going to be action movie stars. Huge list, Willie. And guess what? You get to go first.
I do get to go first. And unlike Scott, what we're going to find out is that I don't pre-plan this stuff. And Scott has pages. He's writing memoirs. He's reached out to these actors to find out if they're worth it. No, I'm flying by the seat of my pants. And that's why my first pick, good old Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan with your first pick. I think it's ironic that you fly by the seat of your pants because I know from recording you're not wearing any. Now, for my first pick, I think I'm going to go unconventional, kind of like you did last week. I'm not going to go full Bud Light, but with my very first pick, I'm going Keanu Reeves.
No! Oh, my number 2 choice. Looks like I'm going to get rid of Keanu Reeves and go with the hulky, the big Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it.
You got to pick the Arnold.
The Arnold. Now, for my second pick, like I said, unconventional. This person's been in action for a really long time, but they're probably more in the limelight today than they ever have been.
Don't.
I'm going with Michelle Yeoh.
No! You're literally picking my list. This is I need to plan more. I need to be a better planner.
Hey. Bud Light last week proved to me what kind of man you are, and therefore I know your strat now. I'm in your head. It's time to play the game.
Spoken like somebody who's trying to really solve a big mystery. So for my number 3 pick, Tom Cruise.
You're just taking the... Yeah, that's fine. It's okay. Yeah. For my number 3 pick, I gotta go with somebody who... this is going to be my controversial. This is number 3. This is the middle round. You don't start with this person. You don't end with this person because you want to get some guarantees in there. But for my number 3 pick, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, starring in such movies as Walk Hard and Black Adam. Rampage. You know,
one
these
of the
award-winning movies. Speaking of winning awards, for my number 4 pick, Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, that's a good pick. That's a real good pick. You sniped that from me. That was my next. How can you not, though? Seriously.
Alien?
That first Alien, the tank top and underwear scene, it defined a lot of young people's lives.
Socks.
Honestly. Yeah. Okay. There's several people left on this list, but for my number 4 pick, I don't know. Now I know. I think I'm going to do conventional, and I know Willie loves this person, so that's why I wanted to take him. Daniel Craig.
Oh, great choice. My favorite James Bond, other than Idris Elba, of course.
Of course.
Rest in peace. To end my list, some might say that I would go with my tried and true, but controversy be damned, I'm not going to pick Will Smith. That's what everybody was thinking. I saw you, Joel. I saw you in the comments. No. I'm going to go right back around to Terminator and pick Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor.
Okay. All right. Very, very solid pick. And I knew I didn't have her on my list because I knew you would get to her before I did. So now here's the thing. The last pick. There's 75 different people.
There's so many.
There's so many. So the question is, do I go with the new or do I go with the old? And I honestly don't know the makeup of everybody who actually plays this game, but I think I'm going to go with the old, Willie. For my final pick, none other than the action star that some might say started it all. Chuck Norris.
You have the most boomer group of all time. You can find Chuck Norris in such places as every Trump convention. So well done, Scott. I'm gonna color correct your hat to be red.
Hey, it says M on it. I mean, all right. So, Lurkers, please help us out by voting on our socials. We're gonna post them throughout the week. Tell us who picked the best team of action stars, and whoever wins, well, gets to pick next week's game. Now, where were we?
I think it's time to eat.
You hungry, Willie?
It's time to go to the fair.
That action star. We're going to the food court? We're going to the Great Potato and Steak Company?
Sbarro's?
My favorite New York slice.
Oh.
Well, as I was perusing the news, here in the great state of Minnesota, we have a little gathering in the fall. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called the State Fair. And wherever you're listening, you probably have some sort of celebration of the harvest and atheism where you come from. So
But based on awards and user feedback, we have the best.
If not one of the best. Yeah, it's probably us, Texas, maybe Iowa gets thrown in there, but definitely the 35 corridor has got it on lock.
Yes.
So they announced their new foods list, and Willie, does it look delicious? Now, real quick, we've talked about this before. Top 3 foods that you have to have every single time you go to the state fair.
Sweet Martha's cookies.
Mm-hmm.
It's a double bucket of cookies.
It's like a giant pail of small mini chocolate chip cookies that melt in your mouth and in your hand and all over the streets.
It's everywhere. You could peel them up off the ground and eat them, and they would still be good. The second is Minnesota State Fair cheese curds, but you have to get them in a very specific place.
From the Mousetrap?
From the Mousetrap.
Okay.
There's a few of them located around. If you go to the other place where they're the stupid breaded ones that you get from like a bar down the street, garbage, terrible, not worth your time.
Right. And finally,
This is Is this my list or is this everybody else's?
It's your list. Just top 3. Just come on, rapid fire. We got to get to these foods.
Oh God, the pressure.
Nobody cares. Just
corn
pick
dog.
one.
Corn dog. You got to get a corn dog. Just classic.
Oh, gross.
Oh
Ugh.
God.
Gross. Ew.
Almost threw up.
Horrible choice for the end there. But my 3 are lemonade, corn dogs in the form of Pronto Pups, which is what you should actually get, and then a root beer float. Those are the top 3 things that I get every single time.
Scott gets liquid. Lots of liquid. Pee in all the time.
I gotta go. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Okay. I look through this list. Tell me how you feel about birthday cake mini donuts.
It looks like, based on this photo...
Don't say it.
Ectoplasm. With glitter. Just...
Yeah. He's not wrong.
Very...
Not wrong. It's everywhere.
Very fantastic ectoplasm.
Yeah.
I would eat it. Find me eating a pail of these at Pride, and I'd fit right in.
Okay. What about more donuts? No, I don't want to ask about it. What about a croissant, which is a buttery, crisp, caramelized bagel/croissant stuffed with either sweet corn or scallion cream cheese?
Scallion cream cheese. I bet that would be good. I'm sorry, but like savory bagels, like bagels and lox, well, albeit it's a classic food.
Careful.
It's not my thing.
Oh. You're alienating some of our audience here.
Well, okay. Never mind. It's probably fantastic. You know what? Yes. Yep, I will eat it. You're going to find some pretty interesting answers from me. It's going to be yes.
I have found what I imagine is going to be your number 1 go-to on this list. Hot honey cheese sticks. Fried cheese topped with hot honey and honeycomb cereal.
Where is this? Oh my God. What? Okay, so hot take. Minnesota
Hot
cheese
cheesecake.
curds are the best cheese curds you will ever eat in your life. But there is a trick to elevate it. Scott, you earmuffs, man. You can't do this. You would do this, you'd die.
Okay.
Get the cheese curds, but right before you go to the cheese curds, there is a building just next door where they have the honey from the local bees. And you get yourself whatever amount of honey you're willing to purchase.
Oh.
So the best quality you're willing to put money in. And then you open up this brand new container of honey and you dip your cheese curds in the honey. It's the best thing. This, you're 100% right. This is the first thing I'm going to get when I get to the fair.
It's got to be. It's got to be. What else? I mean, like, there's churros now. Churros stuffed with Nutella, cream, a churro
Same.
sundae.
I will cream too.
That's the first place that I might go to.
As you watch the miracle of birth. The one... There was a conversation that people were having at work. Green Mill has one called Cheese Curd Stuffed Pizza Pretzel.
Kill me now, because that's going to definitely do it when I try it later this fall.
I love the state fair for eating. Honestly, like it's one of those things. It starts like late August 24th. Mm-hmm. Getting the food one day is great, and then seeing all the other sites another day is like,
gotta go 2 days. Yeah,
that's the way to do it.
No doubt about it. There's so many other foods on this list. We will post them in our show notes so that you can take a look. And, you know, maybe if you're from out of town nearby and you want to come in and check it out, it's later on this fall. Honestly, it's a really good time. We'd love to even go with you. So let us know if you'll be in town. Maybe we can do a meetup.
Scott's delegating us to do something that maybe we just don't want to do. Just like Jonah Hill. Now, Scott,
you brought this up before the show. I don't know. You know I don't pay attention to celebrities' lives other than my own.
Okay, here's the deal. Rock, Silo, Scott. This is how far underground you're living.
Wait, Dwayne Johnson, a TV show we're going to talk about this weekend, and me?
And you, right at the bottom. In that milky soup right there at the bottom. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if that's what it is. But here's the controversy. I just want to talk a little bit about Jonah Hill. So BuzzFeed has a good title, and then I'll kind of explain it from my perspective. It says Jonah Hill's ex, now ex, Sarah Brady, who is a semi-pro surfer and model, just shared a load more screenshots of their alleged text message exchanges after he was accused of being emotionally abusive and weaponizing therapy talk.
Oh, this doesn't sound like it's the Jonah Hill that we all know and love. Tell me more.
Okay, so December 2nd of 2021, this leaked screenshot is from then. Jonah is in the middle of a text message thread with Sarah. Okay. And he says this. Imagine you're on the other end of receiving this text, Lurker and Scott. Plain and simple. If you need surfing with men, boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men, to model, to post pictures of yourself in bathing suits, to post sexual pictures, friendships with women who are in unstable places, and from your wild recent past, beyond getting a lunch or coffee or something respectful, I am not the right partner for you. If these things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it, and there will be no hard feelings. These are my boundaries for a romantic partnership. My boundaries with you based on the way these actions have hurt our trust.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
That's heavy. Okay, so knee-jerk reaction. When it started out, it sounded like, oh, this is going to some this he's digging deep. He's digging real deep. But kind of how it ended, it sounded like he was just setting up boundaries for himself. And is that not what we want in relationships? Do we not need boundaries? Do we not want it? This is me not knowing a lot of things. I don't know the weaponizing therapy speak angle. Tell me why everybody's in an uproar.
Well, so let's, number one, what are his needs?
Sure.
He doesn't
Let's focus on the guy. Yeah.
Yep, we're going to focus on it because that's what we are. Dumb idiots. I would never tell my partner that you can't, that her actions, she's not allowed to do these actions. I would never tell her that she can't go surf with a guy.
She's
model,
a good surfer too.
Post pictures in a bathing suit. Not my choice. Not my ability to say that. And so,
not your body.
The therapy speak here, and I talked to my fiance who's a therapist and said, what do you think? And her reaction, Scott, was identical to yours. Like, it started off going like, ooh, buddy, too much. Little, get a hold of yourself. And then as she read that first message, it was like, oh, well, he's setting boundaries. And the further you read into it, the more screenshots you start to see, you start to realize that the weaponization of therapy language is, my boundary is that you can't do something.
Ah, okay. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Not, my boundary is that I don't feel comfortable with this, me personally, so I might leave. Like, it's Scott, if you yell at me, my boundary is you can't yell at me. My boundary is I will leave because I don't want it.
Okay, yes. So if he had phrased it a different way, saying like, I'm uncomfortable when you do this, can we talk about it? Instead of like, if you do this, I'm going to hit the road. That's very threatening. That's, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay, I get it. And so why was this put out there as public? Was it to get ahead of something that he was going to leak, or has there been like a spat going back and forth?
I think that she was just kind of over it. And
okay.
So it says here on Saturday, Jonah Hill's ex accused the actor of emotional abuse as she shared several screenshots of their text messages. The former couple started dating in August of 2021, made their red carpet debut at the Don't Look Up premiere in early 2022. So my assumption is this is all just like on the heels of like a bad breakup.
And you know what really sucks, besides like the sucky part, is that it has to be public. Like, they're both big public figures, and now some who knows who from flyover country is talking about it on a podcast. I would just like to think that, if you and I went through a bad breakup, that maybe you would get out to our outer friend circles and we'd have to like wade through that swamp for a little while, but it's not like hitting fucking BuzzFeed.
Yeah, could you imagine? I mean, it's one of the biggest downsides to being a celebrity is that sense of privacy isn't ever respected.
No, you don't have any sort of privacy. Every single thing you do is scrutinized. Every choice you make is reviewed. And speaking of choices, Willie, you and I have a choice every single day when we wake up to go onto the internet.
To wake up? I regret that choice every day.
But when we go on the internet, so many things are vying for our attention. We've got games, we've got social media, and we've got...
Sorry, what'd you say? I was shopping.
Shopping, that's right. Shopping is the one that tries to keep our attention all the time. If you go to a store and buy something, you're put on a mailing list, and they're like, oh, here's our sale, here's our sale, here's our sale. Well, in the middle of the year, not a lot going on. You got 4th of July, but how do you really monetize the birth of a nation? Besides, selling flags and...
Christianity.
Yeah. You have a summer blockbuster sale, and we have come to know this around these parts as Prime Day.
Yep.
Hasbro, surprisingly, is absent from this because they could have had Optimus Prime Day. That's a free one, Hasbro. Come on, get on the phone. But do you like this as something that is now ingrained into our culture? Because I bring this up, every single fucking news site today was like, oh, murder, weather catastrophe,
Oh, God.
best Prime Day deals, and how to get them.
You feel sad about the thing that happened in a place and you don't want to make any change? Guess what? Buy a vacuum. 51% off. That's one more than 50.
That's actually a good deal, though. Where is that? Where's that link?
Oh my God! See, this is how it happens. This is the Bissell Little Green Floor Care and Air Purifier. It's all in one. 51% off. Here's the deal: if you go,
You can find the link on our bio.
The thing that I find so ironic about this is, like, if you go to their website, so you just go to Amazon.com. The Prime Day deals are going to show up there, and as you get down past like the first few things, like recommended deals for you, brand deals, those types of things, as you get down, the prices go away, and all their advertising is up to this % off.
Interesting. You really would have to do some pre-gaming and like look at the prices, see what they have been for like the past 6 months to see if you're actually getting a deal, because I'm not looking at shit all day long on Amazon. I'm definitely not going on the Target app for Circle Week, the Walmart Plus days, Nordstrom's anniversary sale, like all these things that
Tax-free
I've
weekends.
had to,
Well,
yeah, that I've had
that's
to
a little
pop
different.
up
I would do that.
just to combat Amazon's reach. Nobody wants to lose their customers to this place for 3 days or whatever it is. I don't know how long it is. A week?
Oh my
Is it a week?
God, Scott!
Yes.
A Pioneer 50-inch 4K Ultra HD TV,
Is it $150?
$199.
I I'm gonna buy that as my external monitor. Honestly. It's the same price as a 13-inch like slim external monitor that you can get for your computer and just pop it in, take it on the go. Not that we would advocate for that. I just think it's really cool.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I know that I have a buddy from college who was like very anti Black Friday, very anti buying corporate capitalist culture. And he actively goes on in social media and it's like, just remember, you don't have to buy anything this week. You don't have to buy anything today. It's okay. Have you bought anything though? Be honest.
I haven't. No. Nope.
Okay. Do you plan on buying anything? Do you ever like put it into your head like, oh, here's how to get the best deals for this, or maybe I don't buy this right away, I can save on Prime Day?
I'm a reactionary buyer, so I'll just be, taking a poop and be like, huh, I should get some laxatives. And then I'll just buy them.
I really should get a Tushy. I wonder if those are on sale.
I'll be like walking around the park and I'll be like, that man looks really nice in those shorts. I'm going to go to Lululemon. Speaking of, there's a TCL 65-inch QLED 4K TV.
$300.
Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, HDR Pro Plus, $529.
How big?
65.
Oh, you guys should buy that TV. That's a good TV. I take back everything I said. Just buy. Spend money. If we had a Patreon, we'd probably have a sale going on right now too. Honestly, like we're not immune to it. It's just disappointing. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
But if we wanted to find out these deals, where do we go? Because as of last week, we were talking about the death of social media. And so normally I would pop onto Reddit and I'd go into forums and I'd find something. But no, I'm not touching Reddit.
Reddit, dead. Twitter, dead. Threads, very much alive.
Unfortunately.
That thing, well, I mean, let's give it a chance, right? 100 million users in 5 days. 95 million posts. Everybody's kind of just hungry for something new. And they want something to be better. Because honestly, Elon, you destroyed the Babby. You just ruined it for everybody. Nobody likes you anymore. Why are you still CEO? I know you hired somebody, but they're just going to be your puppet. And
they're there to take the fall when the company falls.
Stuff goes bad, you're going to fire them and hire somebody else. We know your games. But Threads.
We run this podcast as a way to reach an audience. So there's a business side of this that we want to build an audience, right? We want to be able to live our lives through this. That would be awesome. And
that would be so cool.
Social media apps like Threads and Twitter, Instagram are important for businesses to have that outreach, or for like a politician or an advocate to be able to communicate with people.
Sure.
I guess like Twitter was never my thing. And for you were there pretty early on, right?
Oh yeah. Me and Jason, not Statham, not Momoa, forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Siegel.
Jason Siegel. Early days of Twitter, you know what I did? I had him retweet one of my tweets.
What? How?
Yeah.
What?
I said tweet and retweet are in a boat. Tweet jumps out. Who's left?
Retweet?
And that's what he did. And I got this huge list of retweets because he had, like 12,000 followers from the get-go. And then I deleted my Twitter and it went away.
Oh, got it. And Jason's like, man, I miss him. I miss him so much.
Jason, friend of the show, still posting on Twitter. Everybody should go follow him. I think there should be a new law, especially with Threads. I think if your company is big enough, if you have a certain amount of employees, you can't post. You can't tweet. you can only just kind of like put out advertisements.
Yes.
Because that's really all you're doing.
So what about...
I hate ads. I hate them.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this question. Put yourself in the boat of Mr. Beast. He's got 100+ million subscribers on YouTube. Kim K, right? Mm-hmm. Hundreds of millions of followers. Are they a business?
Well, if I'm Mr. Beast, number one, my next video is I pitted 10,000 of my followers against Kim Kardashian's followers in a battle royale, and whoever wins, we're giving away free 50-inch TVs.
Whoa. Hold on. This is way too controversial of a fight. You got to pick a side.
You wouldn't watch it?
You got to pick a side.
Mr. Beast.
Why? Sexist?
I don't like Kim K.
No, it's those two aren't fighting. They get to watch. They're the multimillionaires that get to sit up in their stands and they get to watch. Who in their audience? What if their audience wins? Because Kim K has got catty girls.
Like furries?
Mr. Beast has all of the kids that got bullied by all of the fans of Andrew Tate.
Yeah. I think it would be a good fight, honestly. Probably like onesie twosies at the end. But I put my money behind the Beast.
Me too. and you're referring to Kim's ass.
It is a monster, that's for sure.
That's what the surgeon said. The Beast.
Well, Willie, let me ask you this, though. Let me ask you this. Do you support us posting on Threads regularly? Because we need to come up with a strategy. We need to have some sort of idea on how we're going to connect with our audience on Threads. At least some of you are there. I know this. Politics? Okay. I'll just make a poll every single week. What do you think about the election? But if you want to follow us, we have our lovely Lurkers Instagram, which is accessory now to Threads, and you can find us there, as well as several other social sites. Maybe, just maybe, that's where I'll post one of the subjective polls.
We will likely, until Elon makes a significant change to try to bring Twitter back to its, heyday, its proper place within this world of social media apps, find us over at Threads. I'm going to be the first to say that I am not a fan of Zuck.
You think he's a cuck?
Sucks. Yes. I'm not going to go as far as Elon to be like, let's actually measure our penis sizes, because I don't care.
Listen, I think if they do it, everybody should have to do it. Like in the company. Everybody get it out. And then if you do the averages,
verification.
Whoever...
They need to get a notary to sign it.
Imagine if that was part of like your dating profile, though. Like you had to submit.
Those types of sites exist. Oh God.
Oh, I don't want to know how you know that, because I'm sure it's gonna get out there, man, and there's gonna be some hacking. But that's our show, lovely Lurkers. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Please rate and review wherever you lurk.
We appreciate the love, so let's remember to be kind to each other, and we'll see you on Saturday.